Hello everyone, this is JP back for another Thought Topic. Now if you're new to Thought Topics, what this is I'm presented with a topic or a question that I feel like I really want to answer, and I go ahead and make a video about me answering it. These are normally unedited videos for the small case of me pausing to think for my thoughts and getting a sip of water. Now, the thought or topic that I want to go over today are episodes for My Little Pony that I would really not want to see. Now, disclaimer for all of you people watching, there is gonna be a lot of unpopular opinions of what I don't want to see in the upcoming episodes of My Little Pony. Some of these are very likely to happen, and I would like to express me not really wanting to do so. I was really debating me even doing this because I hate it when I have to go over things that I don't like about the show. But I do, and also, if I were to say, what don't I like? Well, just look at seasons 6 through 8. Around that time, there's a lot of episodes I don't like within those 3 seasons, and that's the majority of those seasons. And like I said, unpopular opinion. So if you're still watching this, then good for you. The aside that will be good for you here is that later on there will be a thought topic where I do express ideas for good episodes to happen on the show, and I would suggest you watch that because these are some pretty good ideas. Anyway, so going on to ideas here. I have a list of roughly 10 ideas, and let's just start with one that's definitely most likely to happen here, and that's reforming Chrysalis. This is going to happen. We're pointing towards this for the Season 8 finale, and I do not want this to happen. Us as fans, we know that when Season 6 happened, and when Starlight gave Trixie her hoof, so she would become good, and she smacked it out, we thought, good. She's not going to be reformed. That easy. Good. We still felt that she would come back, but then we all know she's going to be reformed, because that's the way this show works. Personally, I feel like we shouldn't reform a villain, but the way the show has gone, if you look at the mid-season finale with Chrysalis, she's by herself, she's miserable and lonely. She's definitely going to be reformed, and when that happens, I'm not going to be happy, because she's going to look ugly in that new bug form, And I'm just saying this now because their color schemes are just not that great. Another thing that I don't want to have happen is introducing brand new characters. Now, this might be confusing. Without new characters, how can you do this show? Well, yes and no. I do want new characters, but I don't want new characters the way they've been doing new characters in the show. And what I mean like that, I don't like the Student 6 that we have for Season 8. If you see my reaction videos to Season 8, then you will probably know why I don't like them. The reason why I don't like them is that they're not characters at all. They're just different species. They have a specific character trait. One's the book read shy one, the other one's the tough griffin or something, and there you go. Those are your characters. There's no reasons why they want to do things. There's no reason why they live. There's no opinions that they like things, they don't like things. They're just there. And the show, when they introduce new characters, they never use them. Like, seriously, you go to our Student 6, they were in the premiere and one other episode, and we've not seen them ever again. In 13 episodes, I mind you. That's terrible. We have these brand new characters that you spent time to bring an entire intro to this season to sell toys with, and you don't use them. What? Same thing with the Pillars. Well, Season 7, they took time to build the backstory to the Pillars, but here's the thing. When you finally introduced them all, where are they? We've not seen them at all. You know, you have these characters that would be good to have episodes with, but they don't use them at all. Same thing with Flurry Heart. When she was introduced, they made a big deal out of her character. She's nowhere for the rest of the season. You know, she's in like one other episode in season 7, maybe 2 in season 7, but she's not used at all. And I hate that they're putting so much emphasis on these characters and don't do jack squat with them. So, no more of those characters. Another one that I don't want to see is, I don't like pranking episodes. I never liked it when Rainbow Dash was pranking because it's so boring to watch. It's so uninspiring. The 28 Pranks Later, I would have to say, is probably my least favorite episode of all time. It's horrible. Whenever they do pranking, they just don't know how to do it well enough, you know. I didn't really like the Gilda episode when she first appeared because of the whole pranking, and they're just not unoriginal pranks. Definitely one that I think we all agree should never happen is the Apple parents coming back from the dead. The show so far has done a good job at keeping our characters not on screen. You know, they never completely said they're dead, but whenever they talk about them, it's always hush hush. They will be proud of you, and they'll cry when they think of them. And keeping that like that would just be fantastic, you know. It's one of the best things about the Apples is just their whole parents being deadline that's unspoken. And if they brought the parents back to say, hey, we were just on vacation, I missed you guys so much, that would be the worst. Like, worse than the things that I like in the show. Just to have that happen. Alright, another one here. Fluttershy. Fluttershy is my favorite character. And I don't want any more of her episodes. And what I mean by her episodes is that the show loves to have her character undo everything her character has become in the seasons, you know. We make the arguments, oh, you know, it takes time for her to be assertive. That's true. But they never show that, you know. They always undo everything, and she relearns it a few times. And I'm glad Larson addressed that in, you know, that episode. I have been more assertive, which is great. But then, you know, she becomes less later on, and that always sucks. So, I just don't want any more of that. I don't want her to learn again. I should be more assertive. I should be myself, or stuff like that, because it's overdone. It's overplayed. We've seen it before, and we want something new and fresh. And speaking of new and fresh, no more holiday episodes. I don't know how that speaks with new and fresh. Holiday episodes, more specific, you know, Christmas themed or Halloween themed, Valentine's Day themed. You know, while they are nice to have, I feel like we have a lot of them already that I think we should move on to other things. And they're nice to have. And I know for certain we're going to get another Christmas episode later on in Season 8. But after that, I feel like we should be done with the holiday episodes. They're cool and all, but I feel like they take away from other cool storylines that we could have. And really big one, like my biggest one that I do not want to happen at all in the future is shipping episodes. No shipping. Down with the ships. I don't want any shipping at all to happen in this show. I don't want that to be official. I don't want it to be unofficial. I don't want anything. You know, I don't want any of the main characters to admit their love for each other. You know, I don't want it to be very shippy how they do things, and I want nothing to do with that, okay? Okay. Now that I've expressed that, let's move on. I don't want them to do unoriginal scripts for these episodes. And I have to look to Season 6. I don't like Season 6 a lot because most of the episodes are unoriginal. You know, they're their concepts are usually taken from a different TV show that's been done a million times. Before in the show, they've done a good job at making new things and not doing things unoriginal. The only exception that I had back then was the Power Ponies episode. When Season 6 happened, almost every episode was taken from a different show. For instance, we have the carts, the ponies, where we have the Derby kart racers. You know, that's... Thinking through, I've seen that style in 100 other shows. The thing that comes to mind would be Full House. I don't know why. My cousin used to watch it. And I think, you know, when they had their little Derby episode, that was her favorite episode. And I would like to see new, more fresh and original content. And I don't like it when they just retell other concepts. You know, point of view. Cool concept. I've seen it before. Done better in other shows. Saturday World Review. Cool concept. Nice. It's a good episode. I've seen it before. What else happened that season? Other stuff happened that season. Let's not go through it, but a lot of stuff that I've seen happened already. Now, another one that's close to this is I don't want them to retell classical stories in pony form. They've only done this once, maybe twice. And what I mean is, they retold The Christmas Carol with ponies. And I didn't like that episode because I've heard that story over 100 times now in multiple formats. I've seen the Muppets. I like that one though. But really, you can't get all of that done in 20 minutes. And I just don't want to have them retelling classical episodes. I want them to create their own stories, their own history. I don't want them to reuse stuff. So, having them doing that in Season 6, that was around the time where I started feeling like, man, this show, it's getting very unoriginal. I don't want to see this, you know. The Gift of the Mod Pie, you know, that's very close to The Gift of the Magi. I don't know that story, but, you know, they're just taking from other classic stories. And I wish they wouldn't do that, you know. I would prefer they stay very close to the original content. Lastly, is a bit more of a throwaway episode, is I don't want there to be more Rarity episodes. And what I mean by that, nothing that's very fashion-centered that they don't know what to do with. Nothing like when Rarity had Applejack help her out with her thing, or when Rarity had Fluttershy help her with her store, you know. Episodes like that, I don't want any of that, because they're not good episodes. I mean, Rarity, I struggle with Rarity's character. I don't like her very much in the beginning, because she was very much a fashion horse. I don't like fashion because a lot of stuff is horrible, but I understand they have to do something with Rarity, and I want to do more of Rarity that I like. You know, she can do fashion, sure, do it in a good way. A good example was the Canterlot Boutique. That was the first time I really liked Rarity's character as an actual character. You know, it was really nice. And with that, I don't want there to be more of that Rarity-Spike relationship. You know, where Spike is crushing on Rarity. I don't want more of that. It's overplayed, and I can talk more about this in my next thought topic for this. So, yeah, these are a list of episodes and ideas that I would not want to see in this show. If you have an episode like this that you want to express to me, go ahead and do that. That should be fun. Otherwise, if you want to check out the wondrous ideas I have for good episodes of the show, go ahead and watch that. You know, they're fun ideas, and I'm pretty sure you like them too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.